Hey there! In this video I'm going to show you how to crochet a circle using single crochet stitches starting with a magic ring. I'll also show you how to make a double crochet circle, plus a super easy trick to keep your circles looking smooth and perfectly round, not hexagon-ish. This is a great technique for making coasters, scrubbies, amigurumi, or anything that starts with a neat flat circle. Okay, let's start with the magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this and pull up a loop. Now hold that loop steady, grab your yarn and chain one to secure it. That little chain doesn't count as a stitch, it's just there to get us going. And by the way, if you want to dive deeper, I've got a full blog post where I show you 3 different ways to make a magic ring. You can check that out over on my site. Now into the magic ring, we're going to place 6 single crochet stitches. So insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through both loops on the hook. That's 1 single crochet. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we've got 6 stitches in our ring. Now pull on the yarn tail to close up the center nice and tight. That's why this is called a magic circle. No hole in the middle. To finish the round, we're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet we made. Not the chain, but the actual first stitch. So, insert your hook. Yarn over and pull it through both loops. That's your first round done. Start round 2 by chaining 1. Remember, this chain doesn't count as a stitch. Now into the very first stitch from the previous round, we're going to do 2 single crochets. That's our increase. So insert your hook, make 1 single crochet, and then go right back into that same stitch and make a second one. That's it. Keep doing that all the way around. 2 single crochet stitches into every stitch. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Once you're done, slip stitch to the first stitch to close the round. Now for round 3, we'll still be increasing, but not in every stitch. Chain 1 to start. Then here's the pattern. 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So work 1 single crochet in the first stitch, then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Keep repeating that all the way around. You should end up with 18 stitches. Once you're back at the start, slip stitch to the first single crochet to close the round. See how the circle is getting bigger? And still totally flat? That's the power of steady increases. Alright, last round for today. Round 4, chain 1. Now here's the pattern. 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches and then 2 single crochets in the third stitch. So you'll do one here, then another one in next stitch, and here 2 in the same stitch. You'll repeat that pattern 6 times around, which brings you to 24 stitches total. Then join with a slip stitch like before. And there you go, a smooth flat circle with 4 rounds of single crochet. You just learned not only how to crochet a circle, but how to grow it the right way so it stays round and doesn't curl or ripple. If you want to keep going, just follow the same idea. Add 1 more regular stitch between each increase as you go. Round 5 would be 1, 1, 1, then 2 in the next, and so on. Alright, now that we've got the hang of single crochet circles, let's switch things up and try the same thing, but with double crochet stitches. This is great if you want your circles to grow faster. You'll see the difference right away. We're starting the same way, with a magic ring. Then, instead of chaining 1 like we did for single crochet, we're going to chain 3. This counts as our first double crochet. Now we're going to place 11 double crochet stitches into the ring. So when we include that starting chain, we'll have 12 total. Yarn over. Insert your hook into the ring, yarn over again and pull up a loop. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over 1 more time and pull through the last 2 loops. And there's 1 double crochet. Now do that 10 more times into the ring. When you're done, pull the yarn tail to close the ring and join to the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch. That's round 1 of our double crochet circle. Let's move on to round 2. Start by chaining 3. This still counts as your first double crochet. Now place 2 double crochet stitches in every stitch around, including the one under your starting chain. So, first double crochet in the first stitch. It makes 2 double crochet stitches with starting chain 3, then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and so on. Keep going until you've got 24 stitches total. When you've made your last double crochet, slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 to close the round. For round 3, we're following the same idea as with single crochet, spreading out the increases. So here's the pattern: 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 2 double crochets in the next. Chain 3 to begin, then place 2 double crochets in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the one after that. Repeat that all the way around until you have 36 stitches. Finish the round with a slip stitch as usual. Okay, here comes round 4. Start by chaining 3 and work 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 double crochets in the one after that. Just keep going with that pattern, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. You'll end this round with 48 stitches total. When you finish your last double crochet, slip stitch to the top of your chain 3 to close it up. Okay, so let's say you've made a few rounds and your circle is starting to look a little, well, not so circular, kind of hexagonish. It's super common, but once you spot it, it's easy to fix. You see those little lines forming here? That's where all the increases are lining up in the same spot, round after round. They might not look like a big deal at first, but as your circle grows, they really start to show. And that's what gives you those bumpy corners. It's kind of like the stitches are teaming up to form angles, and we don't want that. Alright, here's the fix if your circle is starting to look a little pointy. Instead of placing your increases in the exact same spots every round, just shift them over, even by 1 or 2 stitches. Let me show you what I mean. So, in round 4, maybe you did 1 singly crochet in the next 2 stitches, then 2 single crochets in the next, and repeated that all the way around. In round 5, don't start the same way. Try this instead. Start with just 2 single crochets in the first 2 stitches and then begin your repeat. 2 single crochets in one stitch, then 1 in the next 3. You're still doing the same number of increases, but now they're landing in different places. That tiny shift breaks up the stacking and helps your circle stay nice and round, not six-sided. Alright, time for round 6 and we're using that same little trick from before. We're gonna shift the increases so they don't all stack on top of each other. Start by chaining one and then do one single crochet in the first stitch. That helps offset the pattern a bit. Now here's your repeat: 2 single crochets in one stitch, then 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Keep repeating that around. The increase is still there, but since it's landing in a different spot, your circle stays smooth, no pointy edges sneaking in. When you get to the end, slip stitch into the first single crochet and you're good to go. Alright, take a look at this. On the left, you've got a circle where the increases were placed in the exact same spots every round. See those little points forming around the edges? It kind of looks more like a soft hexagon than a circle. And on the right, this one uses that simple shifting trick and look how much smoother and rounder it is. Same number of stitches, same yarn, same hook. Just a small change in the placement of the increases and it makes a big difference. So yeah, it's a tiny adjustment, but it totally levels up your circles.